Good afternoon and welcome on in to another edition of From Day One. We actually have real content today. Sounds to me, and we'll come back again another day. But today, with Law Talk with Mike, we have, as he likes to call it, a spicy meatball of a pretrial. We will get to that as we pick up some more Layla Stones. Let's get the Dwayne sounds out of the way so we can rock and ride, and let's begin.
We'll start with Cobb and then the South Index.
Alright. Trial. Willful obstruction of officer by use of threats, force, or violence, and terroristic threats and acts. Trial. 112 days without indictment. Trial. For burglary and willful obstruction, misdemeanor. Trial. Aggravated assault and cruelty in the third. $16,500 good bond as of May the 18th. Trial. Yeah, so you can't be alone with anybody under the age of 17. Best of luck to you, sir. You can leave the booth. We got Michael Kite.
This is fun. This guy just won't leave the booth, and Judge Manning is not having it.
Leave the booth, sir. Bye. Leave the booth. Bye. Leave the booth. Bye. One north. Leave. Michael Kite.
Sure.
Sir, get up. If that's Michael Kite behind you. Get up and leave and let Mr. Kite in there.
Get up.
Mr. Brewster, get up and leave.
Hold on one second. Hold on.
Are you Michael Kite? Wave your hand if you're Michael Kite. Okay.
If you haven't hit like and subscribe, I just want you to know that you're hurting Jack's feelings.
And you're
In
hurting mine
Atlanta,
too.
Georgia. As a matter of fact, stay out of Fulton County unless you're here for court or see your lawyer. So that means don't get gas in Fulton County. Don't stop. Don't run out of gas. Don't get a flat tire in Fulton County. That'll be a violation of the bond condition. 21 CP 2002.
That was a fresh take on it. She always says don't get gas in Fulton County. I did get her saying don't go to Chick-fil-A in Fulton County, but this one was don't even run out of gas in Fulton County. Don't do anything gas related in Fulton County. Don't go to Fulton County. I think we get it.
203. Right now there is a $28,000 good bond. He's been in jail. Let's see. 552 days. Do a math. 552 days without indictment. Financial identity fraud. Identity theft to create, use, or possess counterfeit, fictitious identifying info concerning a real person. That's, instead of saying that many times, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or better. 13.
Okay, so this is our main event. We're just warming up here. You see the guy's big into identity fraud, and the defense attorney is just not happy with the way the prosecutor argues this. I don't blame her with respect to one thing. I really don't. The judge doesn't seem to like it much either, and it's pretty funny.
And then forgery in the second degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 14, forgery in the second degree. 3, financial transaction card theft, giving a false name, address, or date of birth to law enforcement officer in possession of marijuana less than announced. Wow.
The defendant has 17 cycles. The defendant's last arrest was May the 19th, 2020 in Brookhaven, Georgia for identity theft and possession of marijuana less than an ounce and possession of cocaine. There was no disposition for that arrest. The defendant does appear to be on probation in Cobb County, but theft by shoplifting, that disposition date was February the 26th, 2020, and the term is for 3 years. Also, the defendant appeared to have an outstanding hold out of Marietta, Georgia for a probation violation. The date on that warrant is October the 5th, 2020. And there's one misdemeanor conviction that was in 2015 for giving false information to an officer. Nothing in addition, Your Honor.
Thank you. 4 South, sit down. All right. Go ahead, Ms. Bray.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Hickson is now 33 years old. He's had 2 birthdays since he's been incarcerated, Your Honor. The address that pretrial has is the correct address. He would be living at that address with his aunt. Prior to his arrest, he and his aunt were leasing Airbnb properties. That was a form of employment. He did graduate from Creekside High School. He also attended North Carolina Central University, where he majored in marketing. Based on the amount of time he's been in, Your Honor, and I am going to point out, he has a 2013 violation of probation hold that is showing on the booking screen, so that is keeping him in. And I believe there's a misdemeanor case that might be, well, it's a misdemeanor case here in Fulton County. He has a bond on it, $2,000. When he and I were before Judge Drake for his prelim hearing on June 30th, we waived the prelim hearing and just argued bond, and that is when he received $1,000 per count and got the current bond that he has. Because nothing has happened since June, I'm asking Your Honor to reduce the bond on each of the counts to $500, which makes his bond $15,000.
Is he still going to live at Fulton Street?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What says the state?
Judge, this defendant is apparently on probation on 12 SC 15505, 15 SC 132030, 17 SC 155032, 17 SC 156299, 18 SC 161272.
Dear God, how many of these do we frickin' have?
18 SC 161639, and has two different pending cases.
Sorry, I asked. Proceed, counselor.
In this office, that our white collar unit is still trying to sort out how many different people with the same fingerprints the person who now styles himself Lorenzo Hickson actually is. Judge, I understand that the defense counsel would like to run the district attorney's office according to her, will and choice. Probably the court would like to do the same.
And there's where he goes off the rails. Prior to that, he was doing great. He was listing all the stuff. He's doing a nice job. I agree with what he's saying. He's saying don't reduce bond. I second that. All that made sense. But when he starts whining that, everybody else wants to run the prosecutor's office, it's weak. It's a bad argument. And it's not the first time I've seen him make it. But you'll see here it takes a little while, but the defense attorney eventually takes exception to it.
But in this case, what we have is we have a very complex set of circumstances with somebody who has 6 prior felonies, is on multiple probations, has more identities than I have ties, and I have a lot of ties, Your Honor. And, we're just trying to track down exactly what it is and how it is that the person with this set of fingerprints continues to prey on the innocent.
I didn't notice this the first time through, but now I'm watching Attorney Bray, who really responds to this, and she is she's chomping at the bit, waiting to get her chance. She's quiet and respectful.
Citizens of the metropolitan area, as well as apparently areas much more far-flung than this metropolitan area. Judge, the state objects to any change in the bond. The bond set by Judge Drake could probably best be characterized as arbitrary and extremely low, given the history, given the multiple probations, given the complexity of this case. And while I do,
I'm just picking up more now. To say that the prior judge's bond is arbitrary is
weak.
You might feel that way, but it's not. It's not a good approach in terms of helping your cause. Again, I'm saying this about a guy who's making an argument that I basically agree with, and otherwise is doing a fine job.
Understand the tendency of those who do not work in this office to want to run this office. I think that maybe their tendencies could best be served by them actually applying for jobs in this office rather than criticizing from without.
Okay, let me be clear, dude. I don't know you. You about to piss me off. If I wanted to be a prosecutor, I would have been applied to the DA's office. Have no desire to do it. If you cannot sit there and tell us when you're going to move forward with this case, don't say all this other stuff. You're pissing me off.
Okay.
Now, that makes both of us.
Oh,
Okay. So and
Okay. But I get where she's coming from. Look, she's making the argument that prosecution's taking too long. And she's knocking the prosecutor's office. Of course you're going to do that. She represents a defendant who she wants to get out of jail. That's her job. As a prosecutor, you've got to expect that. He defends the prosecutor's office in a very good way, saying, look, these identity theft crimes are complicated. This guy is using multiple identities. Those are absolutely fantastic arguments, and he says them. But saying, you want to run the prosecutor's office, you should apply here, is just
weak.
It's not effective, is the nicest way I can put it.
Weak sauce.
Miss Willis is fine. I've worked at the DA's office. I don't care to go back there. All right. So, Ms. Barham, just so you know, the victims' names are on the bond order for June 30th, 2022. If you look, okay. No. All right. No drugs unless prescribed. No alcohol. No weapons. Stay away from 2198 Cheshire Bridge Road. Stay away from all NTB stores. You're gonna have an income monitor paid for by the county. You can leave for court, lawyer, or seek medical attention. Ms. Braid, is he gonna work?
As I was saying, his aunt owns property, and they were using it as Airbnb, so that was the work that he was doing.
Right.
With the aunt.
He can leave for work as long as he supplies the name of his employer, a location, and a schedule. No further contact with. You can put $750 on each charge. That's what, 28 times $750. Best of luck to you, sir. You can leave the booth.
Well, there you have it. That was just too fun to not do. I about fell over when she responded to him. Although I get where she's coming from. We have an adversarial system. You're going to knock the prosecutor's office when your client sat in jail for a long time. That's your job. If you're not doing it, you're not doing your job. He's saying, hey, we've got a lot of cases, and this one's complicated, and it's because your client has done a lot of nasty stuff. That's a fantastic argument. But this other stuff, like, don't say anything bad about us, that's her job. What are you thinking? So I don't know. I mean, I don't mean to be too hard on him. He's got a lot of cases. He is sitting there trying to look at histories. They sit there for hours in a row. There's lots of defense, lots of things to keep track of. But I just, he doesn't need to take advice from me. But my opinion is lose that one argument. It's the second time I've heard it out of him. I'm sure he's made it more. I also looked at the judge's face. She when he started in with that, she kind of sat back like, oh, here we go with this thing again. Oh, it's so fun for me after years and years of doing this to watch other people deal with stuff that I deal with.
Mikey.
It's too much fun.
Here at Law Talk, we like to have
Thank
fun
you.
with silly.
Thank you, Mikey. We definitely appreciate it. We hope to have you back more often. We haven't in a while. So definitely thank you for being along with us here this afternoon, Mikey. And with that, that's going to bring us to a close this afternoon. As always, please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. Help us get to the goal of 50,000 views. 1,000 subscribers. So Boxy sends those nice red presents wrapped up in a bow for this holiday season, so we can start sending those out to all of you nice, lovely folks who watch the show on a daily basis. We're definitely appreciative. And of course, Google would put us on the algorithms here on YouTube to help us grow as well. Coinbase, Ibotta, Game.gg, the sponsors, they haven't got love in a while, so there they are. And we'll have a new sponsor coming very shortly. Ways for you to win some free money daily and help out the show at the same time. Until next time, of course, please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. Be kind to one another. release the Krakens and definitely take care. Make sure that all your vaccines are up to date as we march along this day and, of course, every day here from day one. Till then, have a great afternoon. Come on back tonight for more, and thanks for being with us. Have a great night. Well, great afternoon.